just so incredible for her.
And there was an amazing moment too when Cole was telling Jude, like, you found the Fosters, you get to be who you want to be. Like, the rest of us are still trying to, like, make sure it's okay where we've ended up.
Yeah, and, you know, because Jude has his two moms who are so accepting of who he is and how he wants to portray himself and who he wants to be, and that's what he says. And Jude kind of realizes that, you know, he kind of thinks about Connor's position, where his dad is not accepting of their relationship and is not accepting of Connor being gay, and he's happy to be in the position he's in. And he knows that there are other kids out there who go through so much and so many bad things just because of who they are, just because of how they feel. And so I think, you know, he really experiences this feeling of luck. And I think that that is incredible, that Cole kind of, you know, wakes him up a little bit, kind of shows him, like, dude, you're really lucky.
Mm-hmm. Actually, question from a fan, Channing Gotti. Hey, girl. How did you prep for the scene when Jude and Cole were talking outside, one-on-one?
I got to talk to Tom Felon, plays Cole, a lot before we actually filmed the scene, and we just went over it a couple different times. Usually, you know, there's not like a ton of mental preparation for it, I don't think, because, you know, it just kind of comes naturally. Just in the scene, going with someone like that, we had a great director. Our dialogue coach is incredible. So just having all those people kind of help you along the way, you just kind of figure it out. You just go with the flow and just hope that it all looks great.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, totally. So I know that it's been like a recurring theme going in the show about Jude not wanting to label himself. And I think that's really cool. And then today we like got a label. Was that something that you talked about with the writers? Because I know last time we heard you were saying that like they wanted to make sure like that's where the story was going, and they wanted to make sure you were comfortable with it. Was like the labellessness of Jude part of that conversation?
Not necessarily. They kind of figured that, you know, like this is the path that they wanted to take, with him not necessarily openly calling himself gay or owning up to this in public because of the fear of what that label could bring. And now they're kind of showing you that, yeah, there may be some negatives to that, but you can't be scared of that because there's so many positives as well.
Yeah.
So they're basically just trying to show people that there are two sides to it. And that, you know, like Cole said, labels are not for everyone. You don't have to have a label. But there is some power in them. There is some good to them.
Yeah. And I thought that was an amazing argument coming from Cole, too. Mm-hmm. One that probably no one else in the show could have said, you know?
No, never.
And it just gave you a good understanding. As like the second Cole said, you're like, you're right. Absolutely.
Yeah, for sure.
And I liked actually the way that it finally came out when you saying it. I thought it was a good segue into
Yeah, just a little...
okay, he's there. It was
Yeah,
so
pretty much.
And it's such an interesting like juxtaposition